Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on to Mike with Mike, the premier business radio program around. I'm your host, Mike King. I appreciate you being here with me. So you can catch me on ESPN Richmond 106.1 every day from 5 to 7. The Choice 105.3, that's where we are right now, as well as International Business Growth Radio. That's what we do. We bring you the best and the brightest. We're here at The Choice, WQCN 105.3. If you want to talk to us, you can give us a shout, 804-638-3419. Who are we and what we do? We bring you the best and the brightest. We showcase RVA in a different way. And so we're here at The Choice. We got a friend of the family. He's new to the program. He's new to our world, but we welcome him in. Ryan, welcome to the program, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me, man.
All righty. So I always say it's a business show. Tell us who you are and what you do.
I'm Ryan Redmond. I own Eagle One here in Richmond. We are essentially employment outsourcing for lead generation, finding clients, appointment setting, also inbound and outbound call center work. And essentially you pay us to kind of take things off your plate and generate some prospects and find prospects for it.
Because the finding of business is, people always say, retaining business is a lot easier than getting business.
Yes.
Getting business is hard. And you guys are the ones who can help. So when a business wants, you talk to a business, what type of business do you look for, and how can you help them when you initially talk to them?
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty client agnostic. We'll really work with anyone that does business to business sales. A big pain point for a lot of our clients is, prospecting is hard. Finding prospects is hard. Finding clients is hard. And we have a lot of companies that want to either expand in Richmond, expand in Virginia, or expand in the US as a whole. And our clients' main point is finding those prospects, finding clients, and their sales, and hiring salespeople to be good at that. And most aren't. We essentially kind of fill the top of the sales funnel, find prospects, clients, and you sell them.
So you had come from corporate America, and we always talk about that here on the Mike a Business Show. Did you have an itch for your own thing, or was it? Oh, I always knew I was going to have my own thing. How do you go from corporate America to your own thing, and what does the business model look like for you?
Yeah, so I guess my little background on my story, I owned a business prior to being in corporate America about 10, 11 years ago, and I always enjoyed it. I learned a lot doing it. Went to corporate America route for about 10 years and had a lot of success. I own my house because of it. I own a lot of things because of it, and my family's well off because of it. But issue with companies in corporate America is it's not really always under your control what you're going to be able to do. And I got the itch, so we went remote with my company. We started going through massive layoffs, and the thing that I enjoy about my company was stability, growth in the company, and I could kind of expand my wealth through that way. Both those things changed very, very quickly for me, and I needed a plan B and potentially become my plan A, and I decided to. It's doing pretty well. I decided to up and leave. That it wasn't worth the time to continue to put time and energy into this corporate America job to hopefully get a raise and hopefully stay there, almost kind of thing. Rather than find something else, I'm going to work that hard towards my own business, grow something of my own that I can have for my kids, my family, long-term wealth for me and my family. And the way you do that is through owning your business a lot of times.
So the options of owning your own business, there's a couple ways. You can grow from scratch, or you can go buy a business from someone, or you can buy a franchise. You looked at those. How did you land on the one that you did?
So for me, where I was at, so obviously the option you could buy a business and kind of essentially improve on it or do well with it. Where I financially was at the time, a franchise model worked very, very well for me. I didn't want to start a business from scratch and create all the processes and procedures. But a franchise, I like the idea of this is the process, these are the procedures, these are the tools, this is everything you would need. Now you just need to go out and be successful within this. And similar to a corporate American environment, where this is the tools, the processes, how we do things. Now go and execute. A franchise model is very similar. Go out and execute, find your prospects, and grind. The difference with owning a business is you have to prospect. And that's the big difference there. But as a franchise model, it gives you all the tools and process and procedures you need.
One of Mike Ryan's here with us. So when you looked at the model and you set on a franchise, you picked that one out. Was that an area that you knew? And if you're talking to a person who's considering that, do I need to know something in that world, or can I see the business model, franchise model, and then just sort of say, I like that, even though I don't know anything about it.
You can kind of do both. I always suggest go where either where your passions are or where you got momentum. So if you have momentum working with business professionals, find something with maybe in that realm. If you have momentum or in a different arena, kind of find a franchise that maybe might match that up so that you can kind of get the ball rolling much faster. But there's different business models that allow you, ones that you can scale very quickly, one that you need to hire people, one that you can do by yourself, one that can be part-time with a corporate job. There's really different avenues. Almost depends on what you're looking for, what your needs are, and you kind of fix it based on that.
One of my Ryan is here. Ryan, how can people find you out there?
Yeah, I would find me on LinkedIn is the easiest way to find me. I'm on Eagle One. You can find me with Ryan Redmond. I have Eagle One page on there. Find me on LinkedIn. I'm very well connected on LinkedIn.
You are very well connected. You are the man in Chesterfield. You know a bunch of people. You walk into the studio and Steph B said, now Steph B knows a bunch of people too. She's like, I know you. There you go. So, oh yeah, you belong to the Chesterfield Chamber. Shout out to our friend Danielle Fitzhugh, who runs the best chamber around, hands down. Maybe I'm biased. No, I'm not biased. It is. So shout out to Danielle. Let's talk about your membership with the chamber, why you joined, and how it's worked out for you.
Yeah, I was highly recommended as a new business owner to join. And from doing what I did at corporate, I knew I needed to join to grow my own business. The chamber has blown me away. They're very heavily involved. They do a lot to help you grow your business. They help make connections, whether the leadership team, the connection groups. They're going to figure out ways to kind of get you in the right position to be successful right away. If you're a new business owner in Chesterfield, Richmond, I would immediately do one of the first things I would do.
One of Mike Ryan is here with us. We're coming to you from the Choice WQC, and this is our home in the afternoons 2 to 3. It's me, followed by Steph B. She is the Brooklyn Betty with the business breakdown, otherwise known as 16 Bars of Business. She's giving you business and culture where they collide like no one else. We're here at the Choice. Next week is a big week for On the Mic with Mike. I got connections. You know, that's who I am. That's who I am. So next week we got Batman coming to Richmond, and he is going to be over at ESPN. Not only are we bringing you Batman, which was it's a get in this business. We also have Wonder Woman, ladies and gentlemen, and he's bringing the Batmobile. Now, when it got to the Batmobile part, that's when they had me. I'm like, okay, this is a done.
See this thing.
This is the Batmobile. He is the West Virginia Batman, and what he is out there talking about, he's talking about teaching kids about, doing good, anti-bullying message, and they do this all across the country. We're trying to get it nailed down in time for him to come here to the Choice as well. Is he got a car, but Minister Tigerfoot, he has one of those little slip cars too.
Oh,
One of those little, is it a slingshot?
it's the slingshot. Yeah, Polaris slingshot.
That was one of those like
Awesome.
three-wheel things.
Three-wheel, getting
Yeah, those are
out,
cool.
LED lights everywhere, sound system to blow the block away. It's a blast.
Okay, so we're gonna have the, and when we had that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm moving my car. I'm gonna put my car over to the side and just let those young Thundercats have it. So, Minister Tiger, what else is happening here at the Choice?
Oh man, well, welcome back, Mike. And I want to say congratulations to you because we've now expanded the Mike King Hour on Fridays to go from 2 to 4. Normally it's 2 to 3, but we done
But
had an extra hour in the
in
mix.
reality, it's not me.
It's you.
We had to give Steph B the time because I couldn't operate under the pressure of when it was time for me to be over.
Yeah,
I'm eyeballing the clock because I don't want to be late.
yeah.
So, it's good. We did expand the time. We're talking to a lot of people out there. The program works because
Yeah.
people see, like we bring people in and it's who can we connect you with for you to be more successful? Like I said, I'm over at Bryan and Stratton this morning.
First time there.
First time there.
Congratulations on
There you
that.
go. I walk in the door, they're rolling out the red carpet because I know the Foot family.
Oh, no.
That's the way it works. And it all circles back to the Chesterfield Chamber. So, Minister, what else is happening here? You
Oh,
guys
man.
always got big
Great
things.
things are happening. We're giving away tickets to the Universal Soul Circus. Universal Circus. I always want to say Universal. So
I know that
I got an extra syllable in
you
it.
got to put the soul.
Universal Circus.
Yes.
It's happening up in the National Harbor area. Call in, come in, text in to 804-638-3419. You can get a set of tickets right here. We got over 100 tickets to give away to our Choice 105 listeners. So shout out to that. Also shout out to my man, Brandon Anderson of the group GI. I don't know if you know GI, but he is having a music shoot for his latest song and video. and we've been invited to come on down. So, Brandon, give him a shout and say, hey, man, good luck with the new video, because everything he does heads to the charts.
He also has the music school, doesn't he?
DGA School of Music, yes, sir. Very successful.
Talk a little bit about the school, because I know a lot of people use it. A lot of people want to do something
Oh,
in the
man,
music field.
he has over 200 students. Okay, he started just a few years back. I think about 5 years ago, but has over 200 students. He does everything from piano to guitar to vocals to bass to drums to hip hop dancing, a little bit of everything he teaches in the music industry. And he's done so good. He just had his spring recital about a month ago, and 3 of our church members, 2 being my family, are students of there. So my sons, Altoni and Christopher Foote, are students. One plays piano, one plays drums, and also another sister of our church, Sister Wanda Jean-Marie. She's a vocalist over there. So they're doing really good. Shout out to BGA School of Music.
Shout out to those guys. It's always great when I'm here in the afternoon. This is where positivity happens. So we're here at the Choice. So Ryan, welcome. This is our home. So when you've been over, when you come to the ESPN studios, that's cool. It's kind of sterile and corporate. It is. We get the business done, but here, it's the energy and passion that we're bringing here.
Just let your head down a little bit.
That is as much as I have. So there we go. We're letting our hair down. So it's on the mic with Mike. Ryan is here with us. So Ryan, when you look at the Chesterfield had a big deal with the $1 billion deal with Lego a couple weeks back.
Sure.
Let's talk a little bit about the business climate in Chesterfield, or the region as a whole. What do you think makes it so popular for people to start businesses?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Lego saw something in the area, right?
I know.
I mean, from my experience, you got a lot of educated people, a lot of people who are going to want to work. A lot of people are moving into the area from either Northern Virginia or even, like, I'm from upstate New York. I mean, we got people coming from the north coming down to this area, and I think because how much we're expanding, it's a good choice for business. And I think the Chesterfield as a whole does a lot for medium, small, and large businesses to make sure they're successful. And I think kind of combining those, it's a good market.
For a person who's out there looking to start their dream up, everybody has a dream. Hey, shout out to my man Randy Wilson with Randy Wilson Podcast. How you doing out there, man? So when we look at people starting businesses, what's something that you would tell a person to make sure that you do? And then another thing that you tell a person, make sure that you stay away from that right there with the creation of your business.
Yeah, I would definitely not go in blindly. I would talk to people who have opened a business successfully, whether a franchise or a small business owner, and find out what are the common pain points they run into and what obstacles do you face in the first year. The first year to 2 are often very, very critical. And if you're not prepared to kind of overcome those obstacles, that can be tough. So you want to, whether it's a jump from corporate or just looking to start your own small business, I would talk to experts, talk to people who've done it before, and ask around.
So you're in a call center business, and you say there are a good number of call centers around the area. I don't think people realize that. I think people just don't get it. That may be an industry. We make a phone call to talk to customer service somewhere. We have no clue where it is. We don't realize between that and finding business for you. If you have a business and you need business, if your business needs business, you need to call this man right here, because that's what every business wants to need, and finding salespeople.
Even customer service representatives. So our outsourcing is here in the US. We are very big believers in outsourcing here in America. And it could be sales representatives, outgoing call representatives, appointment setters, and even just customer service reps to handle any calls that might be coming into your building. It's a very difficult position to hire right now, and not everybody wants to do it. Everyone wants to work remote now, and that kind of opens the door for things like this to help businesses out and take advantage of the situation.
So Ryan, there is a vicious rumor out on the streets, and I do keep my ear to the streets are happening. The word on the street is you are going to have a radio program on ESPN.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Because you might.
Well,
You're a persuasive individual.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
I tell people when we look at people who've been around, whether it's Nicole Reed or Steph B or it is Chris Mayfield, people who understand using the power of this thing. And I say to people, name me 3 car dealers, name me 3 grocery stores, name me 3 of anything. Those are the ones who are telling people who they are. That's the bottom line. And how do you get your word out there? You have to tell people over and over. When I always talk to Danielle at the chamber, they're like, they're not going to let you join the chamber and just stand on the wall. Now, they're calling you, texting you, emailing you, saying, hey.
Yep, they do.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh Lord, Iris is calling. Iris is looking for me. Why? You were not doing anything. And then at the end, you're going to say the chamber didn't work.
Sure.
And
Yeah,
you're
they're
not
very proactive in a good way.
that in a very good way. So you're coming to ESPN, you're going to be on Tuesdays at
6 a.m.
Tuesday, 6 a.m.
Yep.
And what are you going to bring? What is the message that you're going to put out there on ESPN Richmond?
I mean, we kind of touched on it earlier. It's going to be called Catalyst. We're going to review the process for somebody to go from a corporate role, kind of the psychology behind it, and how to make the jump from the corporate world, what you need to prepare to do, and then kind of celebrating small businesses and interviewing small businesses of how they made the jump. What was it like? What would a person need to know over that first year to be successful and be prepared to make the jump? And what does a small business owner need to do to be successful in that first year or two? And we want to interview anybody who's kind of made that jump, whether they've been open a year, 2 or 10, 15, 20, to help people out in that situation who want to make that jump.
Because there's a lot of people who want to do it. And there are people who are coaches once you're out there and you're out in the deep water.
Yeah.
And you're out there treading water and you're getting tired. There's a bazillion coaches out there. You're a life coach at 23. I'm like, I don't know if you got enough miles on you. You might need a few more miles because I got some issues.
Seasonal coach.
I need a coach with some seasoning because we're a seasoned coach. So you're helping people make that transition from I'm thinking about it to.
Yeah, our idea is to really interview and kind of in a way support the small businesses that we're interviewing and their brand and their message, but also in a way telling their story. So anyone who wants to make the jump, A, knows a business owner that has done it, and B, understands kind of what they need to do to be prepared. And I'm telling that through the voice of the business owners rather than just me telling you how to do it. And then in doing so, promoting the small businesses.
It is all about promotion. So I got my man Deontay Gray out there. He's part of the family. He's with Core Mortgage. My man Kelvin Oliver, who is one of the sponsors of Women Speaking Sports. He is a master at the whole idea of social media. You have to let people know who you are out there. So how does Catalyst help get the word out there?
Yeah, we're gonna have you on the show. You're gonna be promoted whether through the radio show, social media as well, to promote your brand, your business, and tell your story of how you got there and your successes and obstacles you overcame. And you're gonna get to do on the ESPN radio, a format that not everybody gets to do that on. Get your name out there.
I'm telling you, everybody that's not, I'm blessed. So one of my ESPN Richmond, you can find me every day at ESPN Richmond 106.15 to 7 a.m. The Choice. Well, on The Choice, it's me and my friends. See, it's cool when you have rock star partners. And so you hear different people. You don't just listen to me every day. You hear the best and the brightest that Richmond has to offer coming to you from The Choice, which is our home. So you can give us a shout, 804-638-3419. The Choice 105.3. We'll be back in a moment. We're going to take a break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on the Mike. We are the premier business radio program around. I'm here rocking with my man Ryan. Redmond is here with us. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you for having me, man.
All right, we're on The Choice right now, 105.3, but you are coming home with us. You were with us on ESPN Richmond on Tuesday, 6 a.m. The show is called The Catalyst. It's going to be you. Are you rolling solo?
No, I got my friend Rob with me. He is actually a psychologist. He's a counselor at a very successful counseling firm here. And he's going to help me do the interviews and kind of explore what it takes to make the jump and how do you properly do that. And I think the psychology around that's going to be interesting with our dynamic.
That is one, because it's more than people can imagine. You've asked all the questions.
It's a massive jump.
So he is going to be able to put the psychology piece to it and tell you how to sort of to navigate those waters. because it is more, I wasn't the guy who was out there saying, I gotta own my own business. I was a sales guy. Being a sales guy is kind of cool.
Yep.
You kind of write your own ticket, but hey, Friday's still a payday, and but then when I go out here and do this thing, it's a whole lot. And even growing up in a business, my family always owned their own business. You still don't know that back end stuff. Now I know why my parents are sitting at the table looking at they're like,
Yeah.
trying to figure it out, or why we didn't go on vacations. And I know they had money, but we didn't go anywhere. Why? Because every day was about the business.
Should have hired us to do some virtual assistant stuff.
See, man, that virtual assistant thing, I think that might be kind of like on a new thing,
All right.
But you know what? I know it
Would have
now.
been on vacation.
That is true.
Saying.
See, that's why I call myself like the LeBron of recruiting. You'll find the best and the brightest. I say I got an issue. The man says, you should have called me. Well, sir, I was 6 years old.
You didn't have a cell phone then, huh?
That cell phone thing is kind of,
Yeah.
A rotary dial.
yeah, we had a princess phone with the long cord. We were doing something back in those days. I showed my sons the rotary phone. They looked at it like,
I don't even know how to use that.
so how does that thing work again? You stick your finger in and you
wait for
go
it to come
around.
all the way
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. All they probably know is like the touch screen.
I know. Babies are born now knowing if I touch this thing right here. On the mic with Mike, we're here. We're bringing the best and the brightest. We're at the choice. Like I said, next week, a big week for us. Ryan is starting, so you can catch him on ESPN Richard 106.1, 6 a.m. on Wednesday. He will be followed by our good friends, the Davises. They are leadership coaches. It's a husband and wife dynamic team. We just had an awesome event. It was the Latino leadership. And we had a bunch of folks out there over at the Better Business Bureau. Shout out to my man, Barry Moore. But this is about Ryan. So one last time, how can people find you, sir?
Find me on LinkedIn. It's the easiest way to find me. Find me on LinkedIn. It's Ryan Redmond. I have an Eagle One head at the right top of the page. And find me, contact me, connect with me. And email and everything is on there as well to contact.
There you go. Welcome to the family, man. This is what we do. So up next, you never know who's coming in the studio with us. We got Steffi coming, but I got a little bit more time. What did they say? I'm going to reclaim my time. Is that what people said? So I got a little bit more time. I'm going to turn the microphone over to.
It's called Mike King for a reason.
No, don't start that. Don't start nothing. It won't be nothing. I am not out there trying to, sir, don't put scandalous information out there.
Got your own theme song.
Exactly. I got my own theme song.
Oh, really?
Ladies and gentlemen, on the mic with Mike, 2:45 at the time. I got to run. I got to stay out of trouble. Hey, folks, we'll talk to you next week. Make sure you tune into The Choice. Got some great programming. Catch us on ESPN Richmond 106.1, as well as on social platforms. Hashtag Mike King Biz. Hashtag on the mic. On the mic with Mike RVA. That's who we are. We got to go. Take care, folks. Take care. Bye.
See y'all.